Hi, I'm Mark Ottobre for personaltrainermentoring.com. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about how to win personal training clients with just one phone call. You might be thinking the first and foremost, should I be selling over the phone? Now, this is something that at Enterprise Fitness, my personal training studio that I own and have run quite successfully for numerous years, we tested and trialed for over 12 to actually 18 months, where we did all of our sales over the phone. And the first thing I'm going to say is, can you sell personal training with one phone call? Yes, you absolutely can. But what we're going to get to is, should you? Now, one of the things that I would say from doing this experience is the best way to sell personal training is face-to-face, absolutely face-to-face. You can do it over the phone. It can be more time effectively, but in selling something like high-end PT or one-on-one PT, you're going to get a lot more momentum through face-to-face. And it's also going to weed through people that might not be suitable for your service. So the way to win people over with just one phone call and get them to actually come in, because that's the other part of it, is you might be calling people that say, come through your list. Like you might have a website or a Facebook page or an Instagram. People see you, they call you, and maybe they're not that invested to actually come in. So everything that you do, you need to stack and position. And so this is where your marketing also comes into it. So you want to make sure that on your website, when people are seeing you and hearing of you the first time, that you've positioned yourself in someone desirable that they want to sit down with and actually believe in to get your results. So on your website and where your number is basically situated, everything that's constructed around that should be professional. So if it is a business card, make sure it's a professional one. It's printed well. If you've got your website, make sure you show off your results. Make sure it's a professional website so people see value in calling you, not only calling you and they want to call you, but also sitting down with you. In that process, in that phone call, the things that I would advise to say is, obviously they call you, or you might call out to them depending on if they've left their leads. Let's say it's an Instagram lead and they've said, hey, I'm interested in personal training. The first thing I do when I get back to that lead is, great, congratulations on reaching out and asking for help. What is the best number of contact? And get their contact number, call them, speak to them. Don't just leave it to, Facebook message or an Instagram, because they may or may not. And again, if you're trying to make appointments for people to come and see you in on just Facebook or Instagram or email, it's going to be a lot less effective. You want to get them on the phone, because as I'm about to tell you, in that phone call, there's things that you can absolutely do to win them over to make sure that they come in. Now, again, you're not going to necessarily be selling on that phone call, although you could, but you definitely want to, on that first phone call, win them over and get them into the appointment. So you've got the number, you call them up. Basically, fundamentally, it's going to go something around like this. Hey, is that first name? Hey, is that first name, last name? Hey, first name, last name. It's Mark calling from Enterprise Fitness. How are you on this marvelous day? Oh, you're great. Fantastic. We chatted briefly on Instagram. Thanks for shooting over your number. Basically just giving you a call to see where you're at with your training, what's going on, and how I might be able to help you best. Get them talking. Okay, great. How long has that been an issue for you? How long? Where did you see this? Do you mind if I ask, how did you hear about me? I've been following you on Instagram for X, Y, and Z. Oh, that's fantastic. So what I normally do with my clients is I get them to come in, we meet, I show you my process of diet, nutrition, training, the screening process. I show you through the process of actually what to expect as a client. Then what I do is I am able to put together the right program and package for you and explain how that's going to work and what to expect. So I'd really love to make a time with you just to get to know you a bit better, and also do a little bit of a screening and just see where you're at physically and understand you a little bit better. So when would best suit you? I have 2 times available. And again, in that 2 times, I'm being very directly with my language. I have 2 times available: Tuesday at 6 o'clock or Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Which of those times best suits you? Tuesday at 6 o'clock? Great. Fantastic. Let me book you in. What I'll do now is I'll shoot you an Instagram message and a text message just to confirm those times to make sure it's all good. And I really look forward to seeing you, first name, at X time. Boom. That's how that phone call should look like. Professional, brief, sharp. I don't go into price on the phone call. If the client asks me, how much is it on the phone? I say, look, there are a number of options available, just depending on what package you pick, because that is the legitimate truth. The package of once a week is going to be very different to the package of 4 times a week. Then at Enterprise, we have different levels of trainers as well, which is going to impact on price. Then you've got upfront options, payment plan options, direct debit options. This is why you want to bring people in to understand, first and foremost, how many times a week how many times a week do they need to train with you? How many times a week they want to train with you? What do they need? Understand their needs, their values, what level of trainer, what that package is going to look like. Put that together. Then you're able to present price. Because if I just send someone a price list, for example, it's not shopping for Chinese food, right? Chinese menu has all the prices listed on it because you kind of know what your food you like and what you don't like. And, the price, let's face it, isn't really of that much of a concern. Whereas when you're sending a list of services or a price list of services, well, those services are fundamentally different. You want to make sure as the authority of what you're doing is you're guiding the client into the right package of what they actually need rather than what is good for business, let's say, so to speak. You always want to make sure you pair in a sales process the client, their needs with your product, and that is absolutely fundamental. So to recap, how to win personal training clients on the first call is, again, you don't need to sell to them or sell the package, but you do need to win them over with your personality and give them something of value in which the next step, because you've got to remember that phone call is just an initial step to get them to come in, win them over on that phone call by being clear, being professional, and then guiding them to a time to come in and then follow up with a reminder. Thank you so much for watching this video, and in the comments just below, I want you to tell me what tips you would like me to cover next. And while you're at it, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell for all future updates. And if you haven't already, do check out personaltrainermentoring.com for your free $500 personal trainer transformation pack. All that and more at personaltrainermentoring.com. Till next time, let's keep raising the standard of personal training worldwide. Oh, oh, oh,